Assalamualaikum everyone and welcome to our presentation on Part B Question 1, Audit Quality and Regulatory Response. My name is Zarif and joining me today are Shahmi, Irene and Shazwina. We will be explaining this for areas. But before we start, let's play a game. Did you get it? Relating to the statement in the game earlier, there are three major common issues that negatively affect audit quality. First is a lack of auditor independence. An auditor must be completely objective, but when ties to a client become too close, that objectivity is lost. Second is a lack of critical assessment. This happens when auditors just accept management's explanation at face value instead of investigating thoroughly with professional skepticism. And third, unreasonable commercial demands such as incredibly tight deadlines or slash audit fees which force auditors to rush, leading to mistakes and lower quality work. To explain how the industry handles this, I will pass this over to Shahmi.
Thank you, Zarif. Hi everyone, my name is Shahmi. So as usual, quick game. Let's go! Woo! So, because the issues Zarif just mentioned but are so dangerous to the financial market, the profession cannot simply regulate itself without oversight. This is where regulatory bodies and regulation come into play. To improve audit quality, we have independent organizations whose entire job is to watch over auditors and make sure they follow the rules. In Malaysia, we rely heavily on the bodies like MIA, Malaysian Institute of Accountants, that exists to set a strict guideline and watch over auditors. They ensure that auditors are playing by the rules. When there are systematic failure, they introduce new regulation to force compliance and protect the public interest. Crucially, the AOB, Audit Oversight Board, the AOB specially start into register and oversee the auditor of public interest entities. When the systematic failure or drop in quality, they enforce tough regulation to protect the public interest. But what happened when independent fail completely? Irene will take us through a very famous example.
Thanks, Shahmi. Hello, I'm Irene. But before that, let's test our brain. But you cannot answer that. Now, I want to focus on the lack of auditors independent. When an auditor is not independent, they become motivated to protect the client rather than the public. When this happens, their audit opinion becomes virtually worthless. The most infamous historical example of this is the Arthur Andersen and Enron scandal. Arthur Andersen wasn't just auditing Enron. They were making massive amount of money providing consulting services to them as well. Because they didn't want to lose those lucrative consulting fees, they turned a blind eye to Enron's massive accounting fraud. It was a massive conflict of interest that ultimately destroyed both companies and ruined public trust. So, how do regulators stop this from happening again? Shazwina will explain.
Thank you, Andine. Hello, I am Shazwina. So, it's game time! So guys, how was the question? To prevent another disaster like Enron, regulators had to respond with strict improvements. One of the most effective regulatory responses is the mandatory rotation of the audit firm. Instead of letting a company hire the same auditor for 20 years, regulations now often force them to change to a completely new audit firm after a set number of years. This improvement is crucial for three reasons. First, it breaks the familiarity trap. This stopping auditors from getting too cozy with their clients. Second, it brings in a fresh pair of eyes to look at the financials, meaning they might catch errors the old auditor has missed. And finally, because a rival firm will be reviewing the previous auditor's work, the original auditors are motivated to do a much better, cleaner job from the start. Done! In conclusion, by enforcing these regulations, we can help ensure that audit quality remains high and that public trust in financial reporting is maintained.
Thank you.